Hey guys, it is time to begin. It is Monday evening, and we are in the
Bozard Ford Studio.
There you go.
Hi, I'm here. I'm awake. Thank you. Whoa.
He missed his mark, but that's okay. It's Monday. We're trying to get him to lean back in and grab his microphone. Both of these things would be helpful.
Technicalities. That's what I say.
Like, I can't believe you let Lenny get away with that. All right, but we had an exciting weekend over the weekend here, and we've had some fun today, but we got to get into it, and we got to talk about Bozard Ford Lincoln in St. Augustine. Their goal is to make sure your time and experience buying a car is stress-free, fun, and enjoyable. Bozard is a family-owned Ford dealership that has been in business since 1949. Bozard Ford Lincoln has been the recipient of numerous dealer awards, including being ranked #1 automotive dealership in the nation by Dealer Rater. Bozard Ford also has won back-to-back President's Awards, which is the highest honor given by the Ford Motor Company. Check them out today online at bozardford.com.
For over 20 years, A to Z Roofing and Waterproofing has been St. Augustine's trusted name in roofing. From cedar shake and tile to flat roofs and designer shingles, they've got you covered, literally. Specializing in painted metal roofs for saltwater area homes with warranties up to 25 years and cedar shake shingle warranties up to 50 years. A to Z puts customer satisfaction first. Free estimates, top-tier materials, and service you can count on. Visit A2ZRoofingandWaterproofing.com. A to Z Roofing. That's A2ZRoofingandWaterproofing.com. Protecting homes from the top down.
All right, now we're talking about Anastasia Diner and Moultrie Creek Diner. When you're in the mood for a great breakfast that you don't have to cook at home, you're in luck. You have two choices, or have a choice of two. Obviously, the Cornell guy wrote that portion of it. Yeah. I said two choices immediately in my brain. I'm going to start over.
Hi there. New read.
New read. When you're in the mood for a great breakfast that you don't want to cook at home, you're in luck. You have a choice of two. Whether it's a hubcap size pancakes, creative omelets, or a burger and fries, both Anastasia Diner and Moultrie Creek Diner are neighborhood favorites. The coffee is always hot and fresh, and the service comes with a smile from new friends. Each meal is a chance to make memories while you share stories. It's more than the food on your plate. It's a sense of community that comforts you while you eat. Enjoy a meal at either Anastasia Diner or Moultrie Creek Diner. Tell them Andy sent you. Andy, I'll get better at that. Sorry about that.
No worries. Not a problem at all.
Yeah.
Next time I'll even use a bigger font because I had the sense to make it a bigger font at least. Hey, you need a trusted electrician in St. Augustine? Call Mr. Electra of St. Augustine, a local veteran-owned business providing expert residential and commercial electrical services across St. Johns, Flagler, and Putnam counties. From panel upgrades and lighting installs, to safety inspections and EV chargers, their licensed pros will do it all with upfront pricing and a satisfaction guaranteed, backed by the neighborly done right promise. Flexible scheduling, no surprises, just dependable hometown service. Call 904-289-1217 today or visit online to request service. That's 904-289-1217. Mr. Electric of St. Augustine, your local power experts.
All right, and we have other amazing sponsors that we don't want you guys to forget about. We have Brightway Insurance, St. Augustine Pirate Museum, The Saint, going to be eating there tonight, nice. Anastasia Construction Group, Solar Stick, Abear Kresge and Associates, Powell Heating and Air, Meehan's Irish Pub, A.D. Davis Construction, and the St. Augustine Distillery, along with Citygate Spirits. And I can tell you right now, I saw the owners today. Okay. I saw one and talked to the other one and told them how blown away I was at that 1565. Good. So, I mean, that bourbon was great.
But the rye was really sweet.
But the rye was...
Not sweet, but sweet. Sweet like the kids would say. Yeah. That's sweet.
Yeah. No, the rye is at a different level. So,
so right. That's your answer. That's your answer for that. For the
okay. All right. All right. We have categories that we're going to go over, and we have 5 questions coming up.
First of all, hello, everyone. How's it going?
Hey, Blake, you're here.
Yes, I am.
When did he get here?
Poor neglected Blake.
Don't worry. I definitely was busy today. I was at the legislative delegation forum today. And we got to hear like a lot of like people beg the state for money. So
Yeah. and one of the categories today is state salaries, like for the state of Florida, employees hired by the state of Florida. So, so that's one of our categories. And you have a Trump inconsistency story.
Correct.
All right. And cheese
Caves.
caves.
Cheese caves.
cheese caves.
Okay. All right. That one sounds interesting
Okay. It is.
for sure. So,
Come back. Let's come back out of the wilderness.
all right. So where do you want to start, Blake?
Let's start with wrong camera. Let's start with highest paid Florida highest paid state employees.
Highest paid employees. So when I looked this up, I was not surprised. So the
Right.
highest paid employee is actually former head coach
Right.
of the University of Florida football team. He was getting paid about $7.1 million. All right. He is officially an employee. I didn't have time to find out the head coach's salary at Florida State. Blake, if you can check that.
Okay.
And then I went to the presidents
Of the universities.
of the universities.
Right.
McCullum, at Florida State. He makes his base salary is $1.25 million
Okay.
with a $550,000 bonus.
And I would presume
And
that
some
he gets
other
a
expenses.
house on campus.
Some expenses and some other things. So the package probably is worth between $2.5 and $3 million. Okay, that's not a bad gig.
No, not in the least.
Not a bad gig.
You know,
In University of Florida, which I don't know if they have a president right now. They have.
they do. They have an interim president.
They have an interim
Interim
president.
president, Dr. Donald Landry, is the interim president of UF. His base salary is $2 million, and he gets a $500,000 performance incentive that can
And then
vary.
he probably has he probably has other packages, so it's probably
Yeah.
going to be about
Yeah.
$3 million
Yeah.
also.
Yeah, no doubt about
So-
it. And again, he gets a nice house on campus. The president's house
Mm-hmm.
is usually, probably an old house, but built a long time ago, but really well kept.
Yes.
It's not modern construction. I would.
Well, he doesn't have. If the air conditioner goes out, he doesn't have to pay for it.
Correct.
Somebody else is paying for it.
Right. He doesn't have to pay rent. He doesn't have to pay a water bill, electrical bill. Yep. No.
So-
All good. Not a bad gig if you can get it.
Yeah.
But the University of Florida had the Board of Trustees had hired somebody who was, I think he was from the University of Michigan or someplace out in Michigan. And he was hired by the Board of Trustees.
Okay.
But then the University Board of Governors said, no, we don't like his position on DEI and we're not going to let you hire him. So he was out, which is the first time there has been a discrepancy between the Board of Trustees and the Board of Governors.
Okay.
So the guy didn't get the job.
I think if that salary, they got to kind of agree.
Yeah.
But that's
And the previous the previous president was, a former U.S. senator I want to say Nebraska was where Ben Sass was from, but it was someplace in one of those empty states in the middle Northwest. And he split. He didn't. I don't think he filled his first contract. He was out after 3 years, maybe. He wasn't there that long.
he didn't even finish it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a guess on how much the governor makes?
In Florida,
He's not in the top 50 of state employees.
probably $300K.
Blake, do you want to take a guess?
I'm gonna say presidential salary is like around like 250,000. So I'm gonna say
Presidential salary is $400,000. President of the United States?
Yeah, it's 400,000.
400,000.
my apologies. Then so
Yeah, the
so
vice president's like 250.
200, yeah.
then in that case I'm gonna go with 225,000.
All right. He makes $141,400
I was thinking that, but I
Okay.
figured I'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
for the amount of people he's responsible for, how much he's tremendously underpaid if it was a CEO position.
He doesn't have to pay rent.
Still tremendously
Comes with a
underpaid.
mansion.
Yeah, it's still tremendously underpaid. Find $1 trillion company.
I'm not arguing. Right. Head of an organization like Florida, the fourth largest or the third largest state in the country now, with a pretty substantial economy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean he's underpaid.
Yeah. So the other thing is, he raises like $3 million to run for a position that pays
Right.
$141,000.
Right.
Talk about hypocrisy.
There you go. Well, that's just foolish. It's just there's just things. It's all the talk now is common sense. Well, this stuff isn't all that commonsensical.
Yeah. All right. So here's a rundown of some of the people, the officials at the level of where they're at. Lieutenant governor makes $135,000.
And
right.
the governor makes 145. Did you say?
141. So he's only
$6,000.
Only $6,000.
Not a bad gig.
People
Less
don't-
pressure.
People don't even know who the hell he is.
Right.
All right.
Is it a guy or a woman now?
I'm not even sure. So
Well, there you go.
It's a guy. It's Jay Collins. Yeah. Check that plate.
Who? Jay Collins?
Jay Collins. Isn't he lieutenant governor?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was a woman,
Okay.
but I think
All right.
she's moved
All right.
on.
Attorney General.
What do you think about Lane? What do you think about like Nikki Fried, the agricultural secretary?
No, she wasn't lieutenant governor. No.
All right, my bad.
Now is that back to Wilton Sampson or somebody like that now, or did he not get there?
Let me double check here. Sorry, I'm looking at some legal stuff, for possibly for a tease for tomorrow's story.
Okay, I thought I was doing a story here. And
If I'm by,
you guys both squirreled and pirated where I was
Well, I
going.
do have a question on your
down.
story.
I was going down the list here.
Well, let's go back to the top of the list for just 1 second.
Yes.
What was Billy Napier's buyout?
I think it came to like 48 million or something like that.
Yeah, not a bad deal.
Yeah. So
These
he
guys-
is by far the highest paid
Yes.
state employee.
Yes.
And if people say, "Oh, well, that comes from the alumni and stuff like that," not all of
Nope.
it. Not all of it
Nope.
does. Some of it does on the buyout side,
I actually do.
but he is still the highest paid person.
I actually do have a legit correction to that. So I believe Napier's contract was around $49 million, but the buyouts where he was fired like right now is only for $21 million.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you. I know the 40.
telethon.
And he's
Have a telethon.
He's probably going to have to get a job at 7-Eleven or something.
No, but
All right,
yeah,
sticking to the story.
I understand.
Who else gets paid well in the state?
All right. The Secretary of State actually gets paid more than the governor, $188,000. The Florida Public Service Commission gets paid $162,000. Florida, another Florida. All of these guys get $162,000 at the Florida. There's 3 of them there. Florida Secretary of Environmental Protection gets $204,000. Chief Financial Officer Blaise Ingaglia
Yeah.
gets $139,000, close to $140,000. Commissioner of Education gets $299,000. Back to the Public Service Commissions at $162,000 because they're not in the exact order. This person is extremely overpaid, in my opinion. The Commissioner of Insurance Regulation, $195,000. Commissioner of Agriculture and Commerce is at $140,000. All right. Justice State Court salaries, associates in the Supreme Court get $264,000.
Okay.
Courts of Appeal get $223,000. All right.
So you think the low salary for governor is a disincentive for people who want to run for the position? I mean, it just seems so out of context with all the other positions. And by the way, did you come across a gentleman by the name of Raymond Rodriguez?
He was 400 and something thousand.
420.
And he, what was
420.
it?
Hey, hi, how are you?
He was Secretary of Transportation. Is that what
He is the chancellor of the Board of Governors.
Okay. So,
And I don't know what they governor.
yeah. So I didn't know who he was at all, and
I'm not
nor
quite
what
sure
that position is.
Right. The Florida Board of Governors is what?
Yeah. But they get paid $400, almost $500,000.
yeah.
$500,000 to do it.
Probably doesn't come with a house, though.
All right. To go along with this, the Florida's breakdown of the state of Florida. 86.9% of the people in Florida have a high school graduation. 27.3 have a college graduate. And the median household income is only $47,507. Persons below the poverty level is just under 20% at 19.8. Now, a lot of those considered below the poverty level are also seniors.
Yeah.
So that throws
Fixed
that
income.
number. That skews the number of Florida quite a bit. So I just found that interesting that with Napier's buyout happening, he is still going to be the highest paid, and even next year, he might be the highest paid Florida resident because he's probably not getting paid this year, all of his buyout. It'll probably be delayed.
Yeah.
It would make sense. Well, it's funny because Jimbo Fisher, who got a $77 million buyout when he got fired, is thinking, I want to come back into coaching again. He wants to get back into coaching in college coaching because there's a bunch of vacancies. And he said, it's not like I need the money.
Yeah, I'm good.
He made that pretty clear. So
Yeah, I'm good. I think both teams would take Jimbo back in a heartbeat right now,
I think so.
including Florida State, who bought him out once already. How crazy would that be if they took him back and had to buy him out again?
No.
What a racket. That's my strip mall pizzeria theory of making money.
And the reason I bring this up is because we complain about bad spending habits in local government and stuff like that. But this, to me, when you sign these long-term contracts with these coaches and then fire them, it to me is the worst use of state money. And I've lost Lenny.
No, I'm listening. The worst use of state money. I'm with you. Just nothing to add. I agree.
He's no longer with us, is he?
Don't worry, Dad.
I agree.
Yeah.
The worst use of state money.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely agree there because why would you spend shouldn't the university like the trustees themselves fundamentally or
I think they should fundraise for it or take it directly out of the football funds. The NIL
There you
money.
go. Right. Well, there you go.
Out of the NIL money. Because the NIL money is not state money.
Right.
Yeah,
and high school kids don't need $100,000 to play sports.
Yeah, because
which they're suing for.
Yeah, because coaches also have endorsement deals as well. We still see Dion and Nick Saban advertise for a duck insurance company.
Well, Dion and Nick Saban are an anomaly to this scenario. But I mean, what I'm saying is that NIL money, they got so much NIL money, they should spend that and not spend taxpayers' money on it.
Yes.
Well, I'll give you a
Do you
couple
agree
of.
or disagree?
I do.
Okay.
And I'll give you a couple of pieces of perspective. So people who put their life on the line to protect us, law enforcement officers. I just looked. TK Water, the sheriff in Jacksonville, gets $220K a year.
Okay.
Rob Hardwick, sheriff in St. Johns County, gets about $113,000 a year.
That's it?
According to this.
That doesn't sound right. I don't think that's right because
That was dated. It's based on data from October 2025, which is now.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I mean, maybe not, but because the average deputy sheriff gets between $60,000 and $63,000 this year. They start out at 58 when they're hired, and it gets to $60K after they finish their training. So
Yeah, I'm googling a different site that because
Okay.
there used to be one that.
yeah, I mean, this is just what came up here. So
Yeah. So.
yeah, because that's a big discrepancy between Jacksonville and
that
St.
is.
Johns County, but Duval County is a little bit larger and probably more populous
Yeah. That is a
this week.
big
'Cause
difference.
It's still growing, right?
That's a big difference. And that I don't. Sheriff Hardwick, if that's what you're getting paid, man,
You are underpaid.
You need
You
a
are
raise,
underpaid, sir.
You need a raise.
Absolutely.
So, it took me to school district ones, but
Well, that'll curl your toes too, man.
Yeah.
Superintendents get paid an awful lot of money.
so yeah. Well, and our local county administrator is close to 300,000.
Right.
So, and I think it's worth it. I really do.
If you get somebody competent in that position, they can really have
I
a
got the
positive
same number.
affectation.
I got 112,878.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the same number.
All right.
Dude, you need a raise.
Yep.
Let's get that man a raise.
Or at least give him a house. Everybody
Yeah.
else gets a house in these deals,
Yeah.
man.
Whew. So, yeah. Nope, I got the same thing.
Yeah.
I looked at 2 different sites.
Yeah.
So, but again, it took me there when the Napier buyout happened.
Right.
And I was like, all right, who in the state of Florida and these discrepancies and these buyouts and all these things, I think to eliminate it, it needs to come out of the NIL money. So, the state shouldn't be on the hook. They're making all these monies as an entertainment industry, and that's why they get the kids the salaries. But if they're giving the kids the salaries out of the NIL, then the coaches need to come out of the NIL.
Well, it also just shows you how freaking fickle they are. The guy loses 3 games in a row, and they'll fire him 2 years into a contract that's, a 7-year contract with these exorbitant buyouts.
Yeah.
First of all, college coaches have a much more difficult time now than they used to because they'll go recruit. And now with the transfer portal, which is I find abhorrent in college sports, they can't keep a team together.
Yeah.
And with the NIL money, somebody down the block is going to dangle a bigger paycheck in front of a college football player. I mean, these guys used to be amateurs. You can't say that college sports are amateurs anymore.
Oh, absolutely not.
So that's ridiculous. And it's trickling down to high school. There's a high school kid in Florida who is suing for $100,000 worth of NIL money because apparently he's talented. You're a kid. Get a paper route.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't create any money that would warrant that in any way, shape, or form.
No.
So,
but our whole, the whole country's perception of money is very skewed between you've got people that are trying to survive on, minimum wage that is not a livable wage. You got a minimum wage and then you've got a concept called livable wage and they don't meet in any or many states at all. And, and then you got people that are just out there. I mean, there's articles coming out now about how the gap in the middle for people trying to survive is there's a lot of people that are out there, especially during the shutdown and everything else. They're still spending. Their quality of life isn't changing. And then there's other people who are going paycheck to paycheck who are having a really difficult time. And this was before the shutdown. I mean, I'm not even talking government employees. I'm just talking people. Prices are going up. They haven't come down. Prices are still going up. Gas still fluctuates, but it's a little less expensive nowadays. But, people are having a hard time making ends meet.
Yeah. And this is something that I'm looking at right now. The average salary for a sheriff, an actual sheriff who's in the top position around the state of Florida is $84,353. All right.
Well, you got a lot of empty, which is interesting. I was going to say, you've got a lot of empty counties here that there's not a lot of population in. But some of those places may be even more dangerous.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. And here's and I get beat up about this, and I have a lot of friends that are teachers. Teachers' salaries
underfunded, underpaid.
Okay, well let me finish my thought because you're a teacher's kid.
Absolutely,
So you have 2
I'm
of them.
partial. I'm
You
not
have 2 of
impartial.
them.
Right.
All right. A very hard job. Okay, but most teachers only work 10 months. Okay. Take that salary and do it to 12 months. Are they still underfunded? Or is it that? Because to me, that's a life they chose. They chose to have their
for some
summer.
people it's a calling.
They chose to have that off. And when I'm looking at sheriff's salaries and teacher salaries, I'm leaning more towards the sheriffs because they're 12 months. They are on call almost all the time. They're actually in very dangerous. And not saying teachers' jobs aren't dangerous. Some teachers' jobs are kind of dangerous. So I'm not poo-pooing that. But if you say, Troy, you have to make a decision on where you're placing your money, I'm leaning towards the sheriff. And that, believe me, that is taking nothing away from how hard the teacher's job is. Right. But I'm leaning in that direction.
Well, for the longest time, if you weren't in a unionized school district, teachers weren't making a whole lot of money, which is why they had to get summer jobs, whether they'd work at a beach club in New York, whether they'd become a lifeguard, whatever. But there's also some school districts, and I don't know if this still carries, but you used to be able to get your salary paid through 12 months instead of 10. So you could get your salary stretched out so that you were not getting paid in June and July.
Yeah, but I mean,
or July and August.
But honestly, they're not working those 2 months is
Correct.
what I'm saying.
Right.
You're still getting paid a full salary even if you do stretch it out. And I think most of the guys I know do stretch it out at least 11 months. I think there's a 12-month option, an 11-month option, and a 10-month option. But
I'll tell you, I mean, you're sitting down You know what New York State teachers that are in unionized school districts make?
Probably 120.
Give or take. If you've been there long enough, if you're 60 years old and you've been teaching for 20 or 30 years, yeah. And then when you retire, you get a very, very lucrative pension with medical benefits for life. And that's the Empire Plan, which is a great plan.
And here's the other caveat you have to take in consideration. Most law enforcement guys I know work overtime.
Yeah, which
When they're
bounces it big.
That shoots them up because they're doing time and a half. And a lot of these guys are working, 60 hours. And, 60 hours a week's a long week.
Don't I know?
Okay. I probably do that now. I was probably at one point between 80 and 90 hours. But now I've reduced it down to part-time and I'm about 60 hours a week. And I have 8 jobs. So, and I'm 58. So, but I mean, 20 years ago,
But you'd go nuts if you didn't do all this stuff.
I would absolutely
You couldn't
go
sit still
crazy.
that long.
I would absolutely go crazy. And if you throw in my nonprofit as being part of the work, I'm back at 80 probably.
Right.
But these law enforcement officers and firefighters, their salaries not tremendous, but their ability to earn money is.
And I'm not saying all of them, but in a lot of municipalities, police officers and firefighters will manipulate the overtime to get that big bump. And the part of the reason they do that is to get their final average salaries up through the roof so that their pensions are expanded upon. Because that all comes down in your final average salary, which is usually your last 3 years, and that's what your pension is based upon. So
yeah, and Barbara Jean, you're 100% right. Teachers, they do it for the love, and what they have to spend out of pocket is tremendous.
Right.
And if you're in the right neighborhood when Christmas comes around or end of the year comes around, they get a nice little reward. Like if you're in Ponte Vedra,
what do you get?
you get Christmas cards with really nice checks in them.
In Ponte Vedra, they tip the teachers?
Yes,
Well, that's a
they tip
foreign
them
concept.
everywhere. You guys,
News to me.
I gave gift cards. I mean, yeah.
You should get an apple, and they were happy.
You probably didn't even tip your garbage man, did you?
I do.
Okay, then why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you tip your teacher of your? Oh, you don't have kids.
First of all, thank you. I'm paying for everybody else's kids to go to school. God dang it!
I'm with you. You don't have kids.
No.
So that could be the problem right there.
But that's a foreign concept. I mean, I understand a bottle of perfume and giving gifts to teachers, but it's never been
vacations. I mean, yeah, no.
That's a Ritchie School District thing, because that's
in Ponte Vedra,
that's so foreign concept to me.
Landrum Middle School and Rollins and all those guys clean up.
Wow.
The richer neighborhood you're in, the better off the gift's going to be. That's pretty much the way it is.
You know what?
Christmas
I'm
bonuses
stunned.
Yeah. No, I probably average. I mean, I'd probably average on the kids $50 to $100 a gift on Christmas and at the end of the year.
And a gift or cash money?
I usually did gift cards.
Okay.
It was sometimes.
All right. So gift cards. See,
but it would be like a Visa card.
Right, I understand that, but to me, somewhere in my lizard brain, there's a distinction between sticking a $50 bill in a Christmas card for a teacher and giving a gift card. I know it's the same thing, but even that, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean
that's appreciation for babysitting my kids all year. Yeah,
I mean if you do $100 times 30 kids, it's a little nice little kick.
Yeah, it's called a vacation.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Which unfortunately you have to do when all the other kids are going on vacation with you.
Yeah.
So you don't even get away from them little rotten kids.
Yeah.
So go figure.
But no, I mean in my
that's news to me. Yeah.
You didn't even know that. Huh?
No. Okay. I mean, perfume, a book, a mug, number one teacher. How many mugs can they use?
The people that take care of you, like usually the garbage guy gets,
Oh, our mailman loves our street.
$20.
And our mailman takes great care of us.
We don't have the same mailman. We have 3 different mailmen that come to our. We just have one.
Yeah. We've got a great mailman.
We got a rotating route or something because we get a different person every day.
Yeah, we've got a great mailman. We appreciate him very much.
But you tip him, right?
Absolutely.
Or her?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and my mechanics.
Yeah.
Because they take great care of me and my car.
Yeah.
And Julie's car. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. see, the trick with the garbage men is they come too early in the morning, so I got to really plan to tip them. And then when the guys that I really
usually put a case of beer on the garbage can.
That'll work. Yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense. I keep thinking about taping an envelope to it, but you
don't know if they're going to see it.
Right.
So,
but the guys that really do it as well is St. Augustine Beach does a great job of picking up lawn waste. Because in Florida things grow so fast, you're constantly trimming and cutting. Whether my neighbors have a lot of bamboo, or we've got a bunch of stuff that we clean out all the time, and almost every week, if not every other week, there's a pail of lawn waste goes out there. And these guys are
I'm
great.
very happy with St. Augustine's
Sanitation service.
Sanitation service.
Only thing that gets me is it's one day a week.
Yeah, we do.
And it's
we
a
do
hot summer.
trimmings on one day and then trash on another, and for those that participate
In recycling?
Yeah.
Recycling and garbage go out the same day. But,
I do want to get to Cheese Cave.
Okay.
Because we have 5 questions coming up,
Yeah.
and I really want to find out what the hell a cheese cave is.
It's a big hole in the ground filled with cheese. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
That's easy enough. Okay, so there is you're sitting down again, right?
Yes, I am.
1.4 billion pounds. 1.4 billion pounds of cheese scrolled away in subterranean limestone caves. Now, this is not new.
1.4
Billion
pounds
of government cheese.
LBSs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now, it started in the 1970s called the FarmLink Project, and a lot of this doesn't seem to make too much sense to me. It started in the 1970s during a dairy shortage and an associated 30% inflation on dairy products. It wasn't 30% inflation across the board, but there's a dairy shortage, so the cost of dairy products in the early 70s, and I think Carter was president around then.
Okay, and what year?
1970s, early 70s.
Early 70s would have been Nixon.
Okay, so then it was after Nixon, because I think it was
And then
Jimmy Carter.
Ford would have been up until 77.
All right, well, I have the 1970s, I just don't have when, because Jimmy Carter gave a $2 billion bailout to the dairy industry.
Okay.
And at that point in time, they had such a glut of milk, they made cheese. And the
Because
government
it would last.
government stashed 500 million pounds. This is in the 70s. 500 million pounds in 150 warehouses spread across 35 states.
Didn't during the Depression they give cheese, and that's why cheese became money? Like
cheddar?
Like
cheddar
that's
is
your
it?
that's,
yeah.
hey, I'm
Got
going to
here's
get
a
my
little cheddar for you.
Going to get my cheddar.
Yeah,
and that's how
right.
that transition took place.
So next time I need to tip a school teacher, I'm just going to put a piece of cheddar
Give
in
him some
there.
cheese. Give him some
that's it.
cheddar. If it's good cheese, I'd take it.
See, Ronald Reagan did a special dairy distribution program and gave 30 million. See, this is where government cheese came in. 30 million pounds to nonprofit organizations.
Okay.
At which point in time it was mostly moldy cheese.
Okay.
Didn't work out so well. A USDA official at the time told the Washington Post the cheapest and most practical thing would be to dump the cheese in the ocean. Okay. Government went out of the cheese business until the 1990s. And then in 2016, it went out of the business in 1990s. In 2016, the government, so this is very recent, the government bought the $1.4 billion pounds of surplus cheese stored in limestone mines, the cheese caves, because they have a cool, stable temperature. So in 2010, the U.S. government bailed out Domino's, which I did not know until recently. And the reason, one of the brilliant logic that they used to bail out Domino's was attempt to keep people eating cheese because there was so much cheese kicking around. So they kept Domino's in business to put all the cheese on the pizzas. So whether you want it or not, you're getting extra cheese.
Yeah, just to get rid of the cheese.
Correct. So right now, the U.S. reserves have cheddar, Swiss, and American cheese stuffed in these limestone caves for future reference. And you remember, there was jokes about it for years.
Yeah.
About, you would go and you get government
cheese.
cheese. Yeah. It was like sort of Velveeta-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the cheese caves.
Yeah, I just thought it started way earlier, and I'm kind of scrolling through to see.
It may have.
But, I mean, it seems like the one in 81 was the big one. So what Reagan did in 81
gave it away.
was the big one.
Yeah, and he got rid of the moldy stuff. At which point in time, you just got to say it's blue cheese and be done with it.
Yeah.
That's your back door right there.
All right. I'm going to look up Okay, it was processed cheese was used in military kitchens during World War II, and has been in schools since the 50s. Government cheese, the cheese government. Oh man, there's a whole cheese conspiracy.
Always.
Gosh,
Cheese or cheese food product?
Yeah.
Is it real cheese?
but it goes back to Reagan.
Yep. Ronnie boy.
Everything rotates back to Reagan. The Temporary Emergency Food Assistant Program. So, 1982.
Yep.
So, all right.
Interesting.
I
I
always
find that
thought Reagan's
interesting.
humor was a little cheesy. So, the Farm Bill of
Don't be picking
81.
on Dutch.
No, I think he was one of the funnier
He really
guys.
was. And self-deprecating.
Yeah. So, Missouri Cheese Caves.
See?
That
Some
is
of them
wild.
Some of them are in secret locations too. So, hey, it might be in that. What was that?
Yeah, in Springfield, Missouri. Oh man.
What was that cavern in Missouri that no one had ever heard of before?
Oh yeah, good point.
That's probably where it is.
Also,
Because nobody knows where that is.
also see Velveeta. Is Velveeta really cheese?
It's cheesy.
Yeah. It's like-
Cheesy in so many ways.
yeah. Maeve got onto me for buying canned cheese on Sunday.
For nachos?
Yeah. No, for just on crackers.
Oh, spray cheese?
Yeah, spray cheese.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah. No,
There you go.
I love cheese. There's not many cheeses.
Yeah, but I get called out every now and again. I'll have a craving for it, and I'll look at the ingredients, and I just can't do it.
Yeah. So, Bobby, don't pick a fight with BJ about Green Bay. So,
She's gonna go Viking.
that's-
She'll go
that is
Viking
the
on you.
cheese. I did not realize there was a cheese cave in Springfield, Missouri that has 1.5 billion owned by the USDA.
Yep.
Wow. Learn something every day on Bollocks.
That's it. That's our job here.
That's what you're here for, and that's the reel you're going to use tomorrow. Very cheesy. All right, it is time now for 5 questions. I have not seen any of the questions. Are any of the questions have anything to do with cheese?
No, but I can read. Yeah, sort of.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go with sort of. I'm closing the iPad
Okay.
so I can focus on the 5 questions. I've been studying all weekend. I don't know how to close my iPad. There you go.
A couple of these may be semi-familiar, but I forget things, so who the hell knows? It's all new to me.
Well, if you're saying it and you don't remember it, it is the first time for you.
True.
And I'm sure Blake, who has the freshest memory, will remind you
Yes.
because he is the director, producer, director.
So we'll start with him. Blake,
Okay.
what's your favorite book?
Favorite book? I'm gonna go with. When was the last time I read a book?
Didn't mean to put that on you.
Yeah. Dang. Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Okay.
And I can tell you, I mean, I am a fan of Shel Silverstein. I like
Sure.
the Giving Tree.
Where the sidewalk ends.
Yeah, I like the Giving Tree. But if you're saying like grown up book,
Doesn't have to be.
I actually did enjoy Atlas Shrugged, even though it was so freaking long.
That was hard work.
It was a labor. And I like Dean Koontz over Stephen King.
Okay.
So
I can dig that.
I think his stuff hits a little harder to me.
Okay.
So
Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
okay. Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
It's my favorite book.
Okay. That's the name of the book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean I
And
do
they
like
made
the
a movie.
classics.
They made a movie. It's just a seagull flying around, and Neil Diamond did the soundtrack.
And I like Hemingway. I like the classics. So
Yeah. Well, The Old Man in the Sea is always a good one,
yeah.
especially when I can even remember the guy's name is Santiago, because that
Yeah.
always screws me
There you
up in
go.
trivia.
I ask it quite a bit.
Yep, I know.
So-
We got that one. I wrote it on my hand now, so I don't forget.
Animal Farm's up there too. I do
Yeah.
I like the whole premise of Animal Farm, and I think I'm kind of like the political and entertainment side, like the Atlas Shrugged
Mm-hmm.
and where I can associate with where they're at in life and stuff.
Yeah, I dig a lot of historical fiction.
Mm-hmm.
John Jakes did a whole series that started with The Patriot and just followed a family through
Mm-hmm.
years and years and years, Civil War up until whenever, and that was pretty good. And see, I just had a thought that was in and out of my mind when I was thinking about something else. But yeah, it's good stuff. And the Andersonville Trials by
Oh yeah,
Lou Wallace.
Well, that wasn't fictional, though, was it?
No. That's yeah. And that was Lew Wallace, who also wrote Ben-Hur. He was a Civil War general,
Okay.
and he's the guy who wrote Ben-Hur,
Here.
and he wrote The Andersonville Tribe, which was
Okay. Best movie rendition of a book, in your opinion? So, because there's some out there that really, like The Hunt for Red October.
right, that's easy enough.
Hunt for Red October was a great movie and a great book,
yeah.
but it missed the whole reason why
Yeah.
the Russian commandant was leaving Russia, and it had to do with his wife. They didn't go into that story, and that was the main part of the story, and they totally left it off. The Firm, great book, shitty movie.
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
was that the one with your buddy Tom Cruise?
Yeah, but I mean, but they
Right.
totally changed the ending.
Yeah.
It was completely different.
No.
What,
Artistic license.
Misery,
Yeah.
completely a way scarier book.
Mm.
So, yeah, she chops off his legs. She doesn't just break them.
Yeah. Well, it makes it tough to.
Yeah,
I hope she cauterized the wound immediately.
yeah, she blamed it.
Yeah. Well, that helps. But The Godfather.
Oh yeah,
That's
Yeah,
a
movie
that's
with-
a
movie- movie
great
and book.
adaptation for sure. Absolutely. And the book was good too. But
the fourth one, Puzo, fourth rendition of The Godfather. I read the book, and then the movie I couldn't get through.
okay.
Mario Puzo. I can't think of the fourth one.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So.
It just came up in
All right.
conversation a couple weeks ago. Anyway, so that's that. But yeah, I like the Dan Brown stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Da Vinci Code was a great book, and that was also a very good movie. So that's one that went to the other.
Yeah.
Angels and Demons didn't work well as a movie. It was great as a book. Yeah, a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah. All right. What you got next?
Okay, what movie that comes on that you flipping channels compels you to stay and watch it?
We have asked this one before.
Okay.
And it gets me every single time. And Blake, you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights is his.
Okay. Vroom, vroom.
Also, I get kind of locked in there also. But the one that I go, all right, I'm not going to watch the whole thing this time. And
Nice try. Right.
And it happens.
Yeah.
And that's Independence Day.
Okay.
Really?
See, it's interesting because mine is either The Natural
Also, it locks me in.
or National Treasure.
Oh, okay. Also locks me in.
Yep.
No.
And Casablanca.
It's like I forget.
done. Right.
Well, Casablanca, I got to watch start to finish
Okay.
for it to work for me. I can't jump in, but I don't see Casablanca that often.
Right.
Playing, I'm not on Lifetime or one of those where
It's on
played.
it's on Turner Channel Movies relatively
Is that where it
frequently.
is,
Yeah,
Turner?
Yeah.
So I'm not on those that consistently. So, but
Right, so you're not happening across that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't stumble across. I have to go look for Casablanca.
Right.
So Citizen Kane also would be in that situation
Sure.
where I should rewatch it again, and but it's not one you stumble across. Christmas movies you stumble across a lot.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Okay. So, gentlemen, would you rather watch sports at the venue or on TV? I think I just pained Blake.
Yes.
And in all candor, it depends on the sport.
And it depends on the venue.
And
True as well.
And most importantly, the price tag.
Well,
That's also a
Fair
factor.
enough.
If price tag's not a factor, I think is where someone's giving you this ticket.
right.
You 100% go.
I'm lean towards the venue if it's something that I'm completely engaged in.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that it's more of a social event, I'm probably leaning towards staying at home. NASCAR, 100% depends on the venue.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I won't go back to the Indianapolis.
To the Brickyard? No?
The Brickyard again.
Okay.
Blake, would you agree with that?
I think we just struck out bad with what we got. I would give it a second opportunity, but it has to be for the 500.
We got to be in the luxury boxes. I can
Well,
tell you right
it's funny
now because
'cause-
it was a terrible observation of all the NASCAR tracks that I've been to. It was the worst viewing experience.
Well, it's interesting because I was going to say, I'd like to go to a Kentucky Derby, but if I'm not sitting, I don't want to be in the grandstand for that.
Yeah.
So, Baseball, I would rather watch baseball at a stadium. Football, I'd rather watch it at home.
Okay.
Hockey, don't follow it that much.
Football, it is 100% where your seats are,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like, I mean, to me, the terrace experience at the Jaguars game is, I don't care if they're playing, the Argonauts from Canada.
Right.
If you're in the terrace and that experience and you haven't experienced this before, it is one of the best experiences. The food's great, the viewing's great, the people up there are kind, they're considerate. You don't have to worry about the yahoos.
Now, is that a la carte seats? You can buy a ticket for that experience, or is that a club situation or a private?
It's
booth type of
usually
thing?
a private situation,
Okay, yeah.
but I think they do some a la carte stuff.
Right. Like you can buy a box for a game.
You can buy a section, and because it's in the end zone. But I'm telling you, the food makes the experience. And like I said, you don't have to deal with the yahoos usually. Like if you go and somebody's sitting in the general grandstand, my tolerance level as I've gotten older has gotten
Right.
shorter. So I agree with you on football, and it depends on where you're sitting
Well, and nowadays football,
and the level of the game. Like if it's a playoff game, I want to be there.
yeah, but you're also watching half of that game on the big screen, and you're not necessarily watching the game.
I agree.
So that's it's a bigger screen than your TV at home. However,
Hockey, I prefer. I've only been to one live hockey game that's a professional besides the minor league hockey. But hockey, I prefer live.
yeah, it's almost easier to follow hockey live when you're there.
I agree.
When I was in college, Cornell had a really, really great hockey team. And we went to a lot of games.
Flagler's still undefeated.
Yeah, in hockey, ice hockey.
Yeah.
Okay,
they're
because
still
they don't have a
undefeated.
team.
Well, yeah, that too.
All right, just a
And
technical
football.
clear. Right.
And
Well,
football.
we know that for sure. But St. John's Yellow Jackets or the St. Augustine Yellow Jackets are still undefeated. They crushed
last home games this Thursday.
on Thursday. Right.
You
Exactly.
can catch it live on the 904 now. Blake Levens will be producing out there.
Yay.
So
on the website, on the app,
Yes.
no, you can watch it on YouTube and you can watch it on Facebook.
not on the app.
So let me clarify. So the app the app takes you, if you click on the live section on the app,
Right.
that'll take you to the YouTube live stream.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
All right.
If
So you can get it through the app if
go
you'd
to,
like.
If you go to the app, it helps you on the search.
Okay. Fine.
So,
Good. Might have to do that Thursday.
Yeah, so they're still undefeated.
Yeah.
And
65-6 on last Friday.
is that what it was? What was it 2 weeks ago, Blake?
2 weeks ago, it
was a close game.
2 weeks ago, they won the pick six at the end of the game because we were there.
33-20,
Yeah.
I believe. I think it was.
It was
Because
pretty
we went to see the game live.
that's right. You were
We
there. You
Went
were
to
there
see it
live.
of course.
Yeah.
High school sports, we want to be there live.
Yeah.
Well, now I'll see how Blake does. I'm sure it's going to be fabulous.
Yep. And Bobby, super speedways, I actually enjoy being at Daytona, but I know where I need to be to enjoy that experience because I've been there so many times. Because it goes back to the location where you need to be.
To put it nicely, the 300 400 level going off of turn 4
Exactly.
is the best spot to go.
Yeah. It's one of the few things, the further away you are, the better off you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Bristol-
bring your earmuffs.
Bristol,
No,
Bristol,
Bristol
you need
earmuffs.
earmuffs.
You have to wear.
Daytona's spread out enough.
Is it?
Unless you're sitting in the first 10 rows, then you might need them. But it's if you get the good seats, and it's one of those things. The higher up you go, the more expensive the seats are.
Sure.
Um,
Well, you get a much bigger perspective of the track.
yeah. So, but it's to me, hockey. I want to see live. Racing, it depends on where it is. Basketball, unless it's a playoff game or something like that, it's probably television for me. Baseball, I want to see live.
Yep. I want to be there
But
for a
it
baseball
also
game.
depends on the seat.
Yeah.
Where we were at the first night in Bristol, we weren't going to see a whole lot. But
Well, that was
it's like
also the setup of the place, right?
Day two, we just walked in, got right behind home plate.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, that was the beauty of baseball in the olden days. If
they would let you fill in the seats.
Oh, you could just we used to go to Shea Stadium, general admission ticket, take our ticket stub, and then there was a guy watching the tickets to get you into the field level. You had to go through past the gate, and you'd put $1 with your ticket stub. You give the guy the ticket stub. You got your ticket stub back. He kept $1, and then you'd went in, and then you go find Chuck over by first base.
Yep.
And he'd put you, because the ushers there knew who was coming, who wasn't coming.
Yeah.
And they'd sit you there. And if somebody else came, they'd move you to a different seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sat at field level for years for general admission tickets.
Shay?
Yeah. Yeah.
That I think my shoes are still wet from that night though. To be honest,
The boys
Little rain.
the boys were not happy.
Yeah.
no.
I just embraced it and laughed it off, and the boys were not happy. They were sloshing.
It's part of the adventure.
I was playing and jumping in puddles, and they were
Yeah,
happy.
may as well make
they
lemonade
ran
out of your
nachos.
rainwater.
They ran out of nachos. Well, no, they ran out of cheese.
And I know,
They had the actual chips, but you didn't get any cheese with them.
and we know where they can get it.
Yeah,
You were pretty close to
Yeah.
that cave.
could have went right to Springfield.
All righty.
Okay, what we got?
This is an interesting question for Americans in particular, but how far are you willing to drive to go to a restaurant? And I will qualify that after. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that live on Anastasia Island that are don't want to go over the bridge.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me because we have such great restaurants now. 20 years ago, it would have been further.
Okay.
My driving range has shrunk because of the quality of our restaurants now in our area. So I'm going to say an hour.
Okay. So you would go to a restaurant in Jacksonville.
If the company was right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the restaurant was good.
The restaurant had to be pretty phenomenal.
Right.
For me to drive an hour because it's an hour back.
Well, that's the trick too. And it's not the hour going to Jacksonville. It's coming home after you have a couple of cocktails, or you just don't have a cocktail. And that's fine.
Well, I have drivers.
Yeah.
So,
Aye.
so I'm fortunate. I have
Good
two.
point, right.
I have two designated drivers.
Right.
So I have two people, adults in my life, that do not drink alcohol.
Isn't that nice?
Yes, it is very nice.
Good for them too.
Yes.
Which is interesting because we went to a very nice restaurant over in Silver Lake. Is that where the second chop shop is? Silver Lake is another Jagunda development on the north, little western part of the county. There's a restaurant there called Rustica
Okay.
or Rustic. Might be Rustic, but it could be Rustica. Excellent. Julie found it. We went up there for our anniversary, and it was really good, and we're looking forward to getting back there. But it was a 45-minute drive. But there was no disappointment with the meal. The meal was great, and it was really, really delightful. So we're considering going back there sooner than later. But in Europe, and again, in a lot of places, you'll go because it's a destination restaurant. So you have to drive to get there. In Europe, a lot of these places that are 2 and 3 star Michelin restaurants are also inns. So you make a reservation for dinner, and then you just crawl up the stairs because you can drink your face off, and you go and you stay there.
That's
exactly.
not driving.
Yeah.
That is actually
Right.
And
I like that.
Like I can tell you that I might go to a restaurant in Savannah and stay overnight if it's a
Sure.
particular.
Sure.
That's 3 hours away.
Yeah.
But if I'm staying overnight, and I'm going to make it a stay and kind of
Right.
explore the world. But but if the restaurant's because I don't mind driving for food, but
Right.
it's that drive back.
Well, it's also, and then some people would say, what? So that's people who, live to eat or eat to live. And, if you don't live to eat,
Like, how far would you drive?
I mean, if you said that, hey, I'm craving White Castle, let's go to the one in Orlando. That's a 2-hour drive. So yeah, I'll say 2 hours.
You're driving home.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Just like You're driving home.
Because I ate I-4 so much.
Should I tell you that they're available in the freezer section of your supermarket?
It ain't
not the same.
It ain't
You
the same.
tried it,
Just-
Lenny.
It ain't
Oh,
the
I know,
same.
I
It
know.
ain't the
Tried it.
same.
I know. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to save the kid 2 hours in gas money.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Bobby says 6 to 13 miles.
Silverleaf, yeah. What did I say? Silver Springs? So yeah, Silverleaf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Restaurant's excellent, Bobby. It really is. It's excellent.
All right.
Guy was he's a James Beard nominee. Hasn't won yet, but I got faith in him. Started in Hawaii, was in Hawaii for years, had a restaurant in Vegas, and then ended up in Silverleaf. So good for us, because
Yeah.
it was really
That's
delicious.
what I'm saying. We've collected some very talented
Yeah.
people over the last 10 years. I mean,
Right.
I don't even think we have to go back 20. I mean, we've collected some really good talent.
No, I can see the difference from when we moved here, which is going on 11 years now, to now. Night and day.
Yep.
Absolutely a huge jump in the caliber and quality and the variety of the restaurants in town. Yeah. Okay.
All right. What's our last question?
Well, what's your favorite pizza topping? Which can bring us back to cheese.
Cheese. No, pizza's
Yeah, right.
not. I don't consider cheese a topping. I think
I
that's a requirement.
Right, but there
Or
was
pizza.
there was a phase where you could always get extra cheese on pizza, and that is an option, but I think it's a superfluous option. Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I like onions.
Okay.
And I like mushrooms, and I like pepperoni. But I think if you made me pick one,
Okay.
I think a good quality onion on a pizza makes a pizza.
Interesting.
So I think that's the extra, like pepperoni is pepperoni.
Sure.
And you can tell the difference between good pepperoni and bad
Oh, yeah.
pepperoni. There's several different types, but
Curls into a little cup.
a good onion on a cheese pizza with mushroom made right. I mean, I think that's the way to go.
And I vacillate between mushrooms or sausage.
Okay.
And sometimes the mushrooms are really good, and sometimes the mushrooms aren't. O-rings, black olives, nah.
No, I'm not an olive. I'm not a black olive. I'm
No.
not a green olive. I'm not an olive person in any way, shape, or form. I think I know Blake's answer on this one. Blake,
Pepperoni.
yeah,
All right.
I knew he was going to go there. But what is the most unique topping you've had on a pizza?
I'll put jalapenos on mine from time to time. I don't know how unique that is, and you can't get into the whole Canadian mishigas of Hawaiian pizza.
That's a Bobby thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. It's just, it's just odd. I don't have a problem with an anchovy.
Have you had a Cuban pizza before?
With the pickles and the mustard and the pulled pork
Yes.
and well, I wonder if they use Swiss cheese.
Yes.
Interesting. No, I have not.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Liking that.
Cuban pizza is a very, very unique flavor.
I've seen cheeseburger pizzas.
Yes.
Which is okay. It's just a meatball that's not a meatball.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
So yeah, Barbara Jean, me and you, we can share a pizza, mushrooms and onions. So
Yeah.
so, but I mean, I like. Okay, here's the other thing. Do you use the red pepper flakes or not?
Yes.
Blake?
Sometimes, once in a while, but
And I'll even put fresh ground black pepper on too.
All right. What about garlic?
yes.
If it's crushed garlic, garlic powder doesn't do anything for me. Julie's very, very big on using oregano.
Okay.
Okay. So I will also say garlic salt.
Garlic salt. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's similar to the powder, but it is different.
But granulated garlic is the way to go. I mean,
Bobby,
not
Bobby, it's
granulated,
clearly you and I will not share a pizza because you are a pineapple on pizza and he's a no onion. So he's a pineapple and bacon is the way to go.
pineapple and bacon, Canadian bacon, because it's those Canadians that started those Hawaiian
Hey.
pizzas. Believe it or not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they came from Canada.
That makes sense because they grow so many pineapples in Canada.
Exactly. It's the territorial fruit.
All right. Any other questions of the day? Was that it?
It's 5 of them.
Blake, did you have any questions that you wanted to get your investigative skills out there?
No, thanks. My questions should not be answered.
We're
So
gonna
does that
leave
mean
them.
it should not be asked?
We're gonna leave them floating in the air. All right. Shout outs. You got any shout outs today?
Go Dodgers. Who's the game tonight?
8 o'clock.
It's at 8.
No. There's a football game tonight, is there not?
Commanders Chiefs.
Commanders.
Oh, there you
Commanders
go.
Chiefs,
Go Washington.
Yep. Because Dad, you need under 44 points tonight.
Yeah. Oh, so get this.
All right.
In our football pool.
Yeah.
Funny story. I'm getting mine in late. My picks in late. Blake's waiting on my picks. There's one other person that's in our picks, and he says, I don't have time to pick. Give me whatever Troy picks and + 7 in the tiebreaker. And I was like, go ahead, let him do that. Guess what it's down to right now? It's down to him and I. And if I hadn't agreed to that, I would have already won the football pool.
Well, let's see.
But Sid,
kind
might
and
have
foolish gentleman.
He might have brought me luck.
Okay.
So I'm going with Sid brought me luck. So it's down to Sid and I need 44 and below.
Total
Points. Yeah.
Jaden's not playing tonight.
That's
so
what I'm saying. I'm hoping the
might make
Commanders
it.
get shut out.
Wow.
So, and then Andy Reid's not a run up the score guy. He'll run the
No.
ball until
Yeah.
the clock runs out.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, that's all we got tonight.
See you tomorrow.
We'll see you in the morning. We have a big story coming out in the morning, so you don't want to miss tomorrow morning's show. Bye-bye.
Bye.